Hey there paper geeks and glitter nerds, it's in the Crazy Geek Crafter. This week I'm starting out with an apology. There will be no creative video this week. I've fallen ill and I did manage to record this video for you, so I hope this will at least keep you a bit entertained. This week is about card sizes and the papers I use to make these cards. If you're regular, you know that I buy my A6 card bases pre-made, but otherwise I make them myself. The primary size I use is an A4, but I also use 30 by 30 paper. That's equivalent of 12 by 12 inches. And you see them here in comparison. I only use the 30 by 30 paper for one specific card size. Otherwise, I always use the A4 for making other cards. For a demonstration, I am only using normal paper, but of course if I was making an actual card base, I would be using cardstock. Preferably around 220 grams. Another detail about the A4 paper is that it is not actually 30 centimeters, it is 29.7, and if you're making mats for your cards, of course you have to take the millimeters into account, but for this video I'll only be dealing in centimeters and half centimeters. On that subject, the 30 by 30 paper is technically 30.5 by 30.5. It's just commonly referred to as 30 by 30 paper. The first size I will make is an A5 card. Now these I use for very special occasions like weddings, or if I need to have a lot of names on the inside, or whoever's using the card needs a lot of names on the inside. And it's roughly 15 by 21 centimeters. The next size is the A6, that is the standard card that I make. And from one A4 piece of paper you can make two card bases in this size. First you cut it in half, and then you fold it in half again. The size of this card base is approximately 10.5 by 15. Then there is the square card. I can get one square card from a A4 piece of paper, but I can get two from a 30 by 30 paper. And well, it's simple. It's 15 by 15 centimeters. Then there are the Slimline cards, and this one is the one I normally make, which is basically an entire A4 size, but I cut off a tiny bit on the length, so I can actually make an envelope out of an A4 paper for it. So I fold it in half, and then I cut off about 2 centimeters to make room for the tape on the envelope. That makes the card approximately 27.5 by 10.5 centimeters. Now that Slimline cards are becoming popular, a lot of companies have come out with dies, and the company I'm looking at are using smaller Slimline cards than the ones I normally make. They fold the paper on a different angle. That means the card ends up becoming 21 by 10 centimeters, and then you're left with a 21 by 10 centimeter piece of paper left over from the A4 size. This week's video was not very creative, but apparently that part of me doesn't function when I'm sick, but at least the logical side works. So here are my card sizes. These are the ones I make. I rarely venture outside of these sizes, and if I do, I will be sure to tell you about it in the actual video. So until next week, where I will be better because I already recorded that video, I hope you'll be having a good day, evening or night.